Instead, we have AT Overwatch in effect, so all this is going to die. And since they're all grouped up on top of each other, the AT artillery is going to hurt the base infantry. Oh, can we get a 3-for-1? Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and today I am casting a 4v4 on the map, Lanzerath Ambush. Unfortunately, we do not have ourselves any switcheroo commanders like the previous game, but we do have Chen, Feng, Brunt, I want to say Jer? Okay. Ryder, Mex, McBono, Hispano, I'll just say McBono, and Jamie Rodriguez de la we'll say Jamie. What nation will you be? A Riker. I'm going to be Romania, so expect me to die near Stalingrad. Anyway, will these guys die in this game? We'll find out. But if we want to showcase a game where you die, submit your replay down below to my Gmail or my Discord, and I'll take a look. I don't get to all of them, but I do try to get to most of them. This week, of course, not that many replays, but next week, of course, I'll cover way more replays to make up for it, so not to worry. Anyway, Lanzerath Ambush usually has this forest area fighting in. You have middle, which is a little more open, and you have this area which has a little more buildings, stuff like that, which can, you know, have been opportune for partisans, stormtroopers, other things like that. Again, right now we got Chen going defensive tactics, so very good for using heavy mortars to blast enemy opponents out of buildings or bunkers for holding. We got Brunt going Lend-Lease, so a good assault infantry section, which he is deploying. Mex is going strategic reserve, so assault grenadiers. Ryder is going with assault support. We also have more strategic reserves being wait, double the commander, not a fan, but still. Also not deploying assault grenadiers, saving up for panzer grenadiers maybe. Soviets going around the axis, although MG should be able to suppress. No, he really point. Oh, okay, I was gonna say he doesn't suppress. That's bullshit. He does actually kill a lot of models because he's point blank. Anyway, the other doctrine as well is Grand Offensive. So, nice selection of people. Ponce Fusiliers, though, being suppressed in mid by the MG. And the assault infantry section are just demolishing McBono. Like this is... Oh, there's one. MG suppress. And now the assault infantry section are just going to continually murder McBono's forces. Yeah, the OKW just got smashed. Luckily, Jamie is pretty much fine here in mid. Like, I'm not seeing any issues. Bunker covering the flank. But again, most of the allies are in mid, not on the side. Anyway, infantry grenadiers are in mid. Assault infantry section turning around. Again, they're trying to, I guess, gain cover to murder the conscripts. Urod? It doesn't provide you a defensive bonus, by the way. You just kind of run faster. I just heard an explosion, not sure. A rifleman coming on over. We got Feng, again, going to heavy cav. Rangers can be great, not when, of course, they're under German command, but they can be great. Nice mortar pushes back the assault grenadiers. Scout car being developed. Right now, we have ourselves multiple grenadiers. Again, assault grenadiers possibly coming out. Slowly but surely, after being pushed back. Mortar as well. A possible issue on the left-hand side being open, but looks like most of the allied forces are busy in mid. Or not mid, but like going after the victory point. Echelon going deep. Oh, actually, we have assault infantry section in mid taking the field. My apologies. I was right, even though I misspoke. Medical facility going down. McBono's going to need it, because if he suspects he's going to take this and not suffer heavy casualties, he is sadly mistaken. Conscripts can do very well in decent cover at wearing down infantry units with no cover. Even if they're Ponce Fusiliers or Volk squads, they'll still take damage and be slowly worn down. Anyway, we have medical facility going and will be operational, so we can reinforce. But again, it's going to be one of those situations where it's like, you sure? You sure about that? But double fuel as well for the allies, so that's a pretty good opening. 39 fuel per turn will allow them to get maybe an AC, maybe a Stuart. Nice kill. A scout car, which is funny. But essentially it helps either get light armor sooner or get that medium armor Sherman, Cromwell, T-34 out a lot quicker so that we can do a lot more damage against the Axis. who, while they might have a Shrek or a pack gun, again, that could be very detrimental for them having to deal with armor so early on. Grenade is going to force the Assault Grenadier back and does do some massive damage. And left-hand side is completely falling apart. Hi, cat. No more meowing from you? No. Alright, well. Infantry section push back mechs and riders also back. Essentially allowing for Allied domination in mid and left. But not the right. The right, the Germans seem to be doing pretty well. Grenadiers behind enemy lines are grabbing not just munitions, but they're getting a capture point that's right next to the Allied base and pushing a mortar from behind. Conscripts also retreating after battling it out, versing the blob. Oh, I was going to say, it would be great if that Grenadier would rifle grenade or something like that, or attempt to, but no, we can't have that. But I do like his attempt to try to go behind the lines. Right now, though, he's going to pretty much be taken out by the MG. MG. There we go. Mortar as well comes on in and just smashes him. He's going to be driven back. Blob, though, is coming on in. But will they actually be able to break the, well, infantry here? Now, of course, if the Allies aren't morons, they'll put something here to protect against that flank. If they are morons, they'll just do nothing and allow the Axis to completely move around. Again, that would be pretty much the same creative input that the Halo writers on the Halo TV series currently have. They put very little creativity into their properties. It's so far that I can attest after watching 8 episodes of that train wreck. The people who do action sequences, though, I'll give credit. They've been doing some good work on that show. Unfortunately, they haven't really had much time to showcase. Anyway, MG finally realizes they're being flanked, turns around, will suppress some of the men, and they will chain. So some of the men at least were proactive in that. Good job, MG. You're doing your part. Just the other British members weren't. On the left, we have a big old blob, which again, do not blob your men like this. This is really dumb. Because again, a simple grenade or something could really be detrimental. Does Fung have grenades? He does not. But, ladies and gentlemen, guess what we do have? We have a Soviet demo. And I would love it. Absolutely adore a demo just demolish. Grenadier gets hit by a mine. At least he wasn't blobbing. And again, it looks like the Germans in this area, like, they have separated, which is good. I'm glad Ryder has not grouped up the men, because that's my biggest pet peeve, is seeing a big giant group of men. It's like, why are you doing this? Anyway, scout car pushing all the conscripts out of cover. Great work. And conscripts now fighting in front of the cover. They're like, no, we want to get back. Push. We don't want to be here. Good job, Chen. I can see what Chen's trying to do. He's trying to get the scout car to remove this cover here. Not a terrible idea. It's just funny because why would you also remove that? Because now the Germans could run up and use their own cover. What's the good thing about the Vickers in this game? Just wondering. I really like the Vickers because it does have long range, and if it does get a good amount of hits in, it does suppress. So that's my thing, is just the range at which it can fire. What they did to the Master Chief is the opposite of Mando. I agree, Twitch. I agree. Anyway, Grenadiers opening fire, or Judge Dredd, which everyone knows the best Judge Dredd movie is not the one with Carl Urban, but the one with, what's his name? Stallone. Everyone knows that. Anyway, MG kind of going this area with some forces. Again, they still have to get through all the barbed wire, and retreating could be very bad. So, thank you, Wuz, for the support. But yeah, the Vickers themselves, we can see here, gets, again, take aim, which increases accuracy, penetration, and range. It does require munitions, but it can be very, very, like, effective at the range it can fire at. So good. So the MG, the Vickers, essentially, if you keep a lot of infantry between the Vickers and the enemy, it could do a lot. Let's actually take a look at the Vickers dealing with this blob, which is pushing on in. Again, this blob does have a smoke ability, which can be called in. Immediately suppresses the blob and forces it back. So, again, for those who are like, nah, it sucks. No, Vickers can be pretty effective. Also, what's effective? Half-track. Brunt got himself a half-track thanks to this doctrine. So this half-track gets itself a quad mount, which will suppress infantry and hurt infantry at a good rate. But again, you really need to, like, how do I put this nicely? Stop moving and have it suppressed. If it's moving, it doesn't really have that potential to do a lot of its, like, the best attributes of this half-track. But I get it. They want to get away from the Shrek team. T-70 is advancing, dealing with the bunker. Man builds defenses, forgets AT. Like the Romanians on... it doesn't forget. They just aren't equipped with decent AT. They just got artillery, which against, like, even light armor, not a good idea. Anyway. I guess every MG is good just as long as you know how to manage it. No, every MG is different. Like, the MG for the Germans, I feel is like it has more and more impact, like the 50 cal with arm-piercing rounds. And Maxim is great for rotating. Like, again, if you need to quickly reposition it, that's also fantastic. I would also say the Dushka is also really good for native armor-piercing rounds, but it's also a very powerful MG, but it's also more expensive. So every MG has its own little set of attributes that you just have to know how to use. Like, it's best for for me, the British having infantry section between the Vickers, so that way, of course, because it feels like the Vickers to me needs maybe extra time to suppress, but it does have a decent amount of accuracy to hit it to eventually cause suppression, but you need to make sure it just keeps firing. Anyway, half-track is pushing at the Germans while the Germans are about to push on the Brits, burning away the Boffer and gonna kill it before he even has time to brace. Meanwhile, the British are launching that big old assault. Arm-piercing rounds are doing what they can and wearing down the half-track. Look at how much damage it's doing. Unfortunately, it does die, but it did do damage, and it might be enough, and it is, for the Shrek team to kill it. Unfortunately, there's a decent grouping of McBondo's forces. Again, please don't do this. Luckily, he doesn't have grenades, but grenades could easily be so bad. AT gun gets neutralized. It is a 45mm. I don't know why he got that. But Jared did get shock rifle, so at least maybe an IS-2. Pershing as well. So, hey, double allied heavy tanks. That'd be cool. MG set up. This guy's focusing in the wrong direction. And all of his units will probably be suppressed here, so... Oh, no, he's just trying to outrun it. Okay. Well, you can't outrun the T-70. Have fun there, buddy. Pack gun is set up with MG guarding this area. Doesn't grab the territory for some reason. Not sure why that Pioneer Squad retreated. I did just realize the fact that Chen did have double 120s. You also have the Dushka and Maxim. So, decent amount of MGs right there. Good amount of conscripts. And lots of engineers placing mines. So, okay. I mean, good for the Soviets. I like the defensive works they're doing. The Americans have also upgraded all their troops with bars. I get at least the Axis are no longer hemorrhaging fuel like they did earlier, but it's like, the Allies have a decent, they still have a decent income. And they started to put caches down to really help with that. All right, big old blob of forces coming on in. Please tell me. Yes, you have grenades. Good. Throw them grenades. No, don't run away. Throw grenades. Or just have the mortars do it. Mortar gets a good hit on target. Assault grenadiers get blasted pretty hard. Oh, good job. Hey, good job, Ryder. We have a fuel cache over here. So again, Germans trying to keep up. Sorry, I just realized that. The Allies are winning the prediction. Yeah, so far. I mean, to be fair, this hasn't been like a top tier match, but it does highlight a lot of key attributes. Like, again, a guy building all these defensive works over here forgets to build AT like a champ. Or the fact that you have this guy who keeps, like, as soon as one unit gets hurt, they all retreat. Like, don't do that. I mean, I get it. You don't want to charge a British line by itself, but still. Anyway, big group coming on in. We have the British using assault officers coordinate fire ability to bring down fire in this region. Does he have both bases? He does, so both artillery pieces will fire. Okay. We have grenadiers pushing. Mortars detonating the minefield left by the Germans, which is not a good sign. Yeah, now it may just be best to retreat and wait for a minesweeper. Wait, I'm so confused. Is that... Was that an S minefield? Wait. Wait. Or is defense, or I hate 120s. I understand. It's not defensive works, right? No, it is. I forgot. They get the anti-personnel mines. Hold on. So you get a weird set of mines with the Soviets. So that's what they said. They said anti-personnel mines. Oh, that's cool. That was actually doing a lot of... I thought it was a different mine, but no. That's really awesome that they're setting around those cheap, you know, mines. That's awesome. Okay, so the Soviets are laying down some German mine, or like, you know, the equivalent of German mines. That's cool. Ostwind opened fire on the T-70. Now the Soviets are in need of AT, which they also lack. Again, it's 10 minutes at the bare minimum have AT, not 16 minutes in this game. The British base has 2 pieces of artillery it fires. Also, hit the T button. Like, you're not going to win this fight. T-70 can do hits on the Ostwind, but it's not going to win. Although the T-34 slowly making its way in. Oh, never mind. It's not even produced yet. Ostwind has plenty of time to retreat. That being said, Jer has decided to lose all of his men. So, wonderful job right there, Jer. Just lose everything for no reason. Although, Jamie forgot to retreat that unit infantry section coming on in. But again, at least it has an AT gun. Problem, it's a 45mm. It's still penetrating. I want to note, the 45mm is still penetrating the Ostwind and doing some damage. It can still kill it as well if he moves up with it. Ostwind is defending mid against German incursions. They have 1 support gun and an AT. And do they have AT? No, you have no other AT. You need. Oh, never mind. The Soviets do have an AT gun. I just might not be. Oh, it might be in range. It will be in range. I just don't know how much it's gonna do. Not much. It bounced. Anyway, AT gun going in for the cutoff. Double German mortars pulling back. Luckily, the bunker is there. Oh my god. The bunker's facing this way. Just don't be here. Okay, at least he pulled back. Ostwind now trying to leave. But again, he could literally be right here and kill the Ostwind. I don't understand that. Also, retreat your FG section. God damn it. Whatever. Germans do take mid after killing the Bofor. On the left, Germans having a rough time. Panzer IV took some decent hits. And again, that would be from the... Well, why is the 45mm like everyone... on every front right now? There's a 45mm gun on every front. Whatever. Wait. Yeah, we got more Werfers in the back. What are those? Oh! Ryer doesn't know what those are. So, yeah, again, just to reiterate, defensive doctrine gets the anti-personnel mines, which can be used. So, minesweepers, people. Minesweepers. Very important to get. MG opening fire on the Panzer Grenadier Squad. T-70 moving on in. We got T-34 on standby as well. Infantry retaking mid. So, the Axis are down close to 400 points. Not exactly a situation you want to be in. Panzer IV opening fire. Hit some trees, but they will at least fire. On the 120, alas, they tear down the building, but they don't kill the unit. Panzer IV trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Now, there is a mine here. Again, if he moved up, he probably would have died, so good thing he moved back. T-70 as well survived. Conscripts now moving on in. Dushka is on standby. So again, Germans need to break some of these defenses. It probably is best if he moved up the Werfers, but neutralize this stuff, so that way his infantry could advance. War Room, thanks. I'm glad to get more people interested in this game. Again, good job with the mortar. 120 brings down 3 models. Bars, still, even with that increased damage, is not enough to kill the unit. Air support does come in and stop the units in their tracks. Again, helping allow some units to survive. Fong is retreating, but he doesn't have that far to go, thanks to his forward position here. It will suppress other units. I do like how the scout car has been alive this whole time. That's fascinating to me. Anyway, MG's opening fire, no arm piercing round, so you're fine. Another Panzer IV is brought up. Again, I do like how he has both versions, the base Panzer IV and the OKW Panzer IV. Mine goes off, though, mentioned earlier, and he'll need to pull back. Assault officer bringing in the artillery. Pretty successful, kills the MG. On the far right, Germans are taking over the territory, take over the VP. Panther manages to kill the T-34, although Pinos with PTRS rifles come on in, can do considerable damage, so he wants to pull back. Fireflies that, oh no. Jamie, I know your Oswin somehow lived, and I'm actually shocked by that, but let's not stay there with rocket. How did you miss? He didn't even move. Come on, Firefly, fire the one last shot. No fire! Take, not against the Oswind. Oh, Satchel goes off. Well, there goes the Oswind. Panther having trouble with pathfinding, though will apparently somehow survive. Sure, why not? The assault infantry section have Brens, even though they're better with Thompsons, but whatever, at least they got the upgrade. Or they got an upgraded weapon. Allies retake control of this point, may also get a free flamethrower, which could be pretty damn sweet. Soviets get another T-34. In mid, we do have the Germans at least taking this area back, so that's one VP they control. And then they will have to hold left, which is not looking great. Hold on. Looking fantastic after a great warfare hit neutralizes an American infantry squad and forces them back. 120 also going back for some heals. Engineers coming on in. Mid is not looking great. The British, after helping out his ally on the right. Oh my god. Is the Firefly really... Jamie, you have 260 munitions, or 70. Why do you not place a teller? Placing a teller here could have stopped that in its tracks. But no. No mines, nothing to stop it. It's cool. Panther almost dies. Again, you're very lucky that Brunt can't figure out how to, you know, direct shot or attack ground. It's ridiculous, but whatever. Soviet player gets bailed out, but at the cost of, well, Brunt's front. Although Brunt does have 800 manpower, so let's not feel too badly for... Wait, why is there a... Okay, T-70, sure. Helping out in mid. I don't think you can fight a Panzer IV, but I would love to see it actually win. Yeah, this Dushka needs to get out of the building. Like, it is great. I mean, it's good being in a building because of the arc and activating our personal rounds can do a lot. But, problem, building's about to collapse. It's like Battlefield with like one wall away from the whole building just falling apart. Another word for firing. Can we get an excellent hit? We do. We actually do get another great hit. And another American infantry unit bites the dust. Fire comes down on the retreat, so the Germans will also take some losses. Tiger tank on the field. And again, I don't think we have serious AT. Oh, we do. Pershing's on the field, but needs repairs. But that's it for the Americans. They need like their own M1 to come on in. And I don't recommend 45mm AT guns versus a Tiger. Maybe it's just me, but that's probably not a good idea. Another American infantry unit bites the dust. Pershing now trying to fight the Tiger. Tiger does have pack support, so Pershing is even in more deep water if it, you know, fights. AT gun will fire. Bounces off the Panzer IV. Again, all the shots bouncing off the Tiger. 120s might try, you know, the fire. And they do get a delayed fuse, which could be, like, positive at hurting armor. But I'm always iffy on that. Like, again, it's like, you may get a lucky mortar shot to hurt armor. But generally speaking, you want heavier artillery or you want, how do I put this? Like, just an actual anti-tank unit. Although, I will say, I've absolutely seen 120s rip and tear and kill all the Pioneers healing a unit. So, if that's how they use it, amazing. But, don't expect it to turn the tide or hurt armor in place of some sort of, what's it called? AT gun. God, sorry, I got distracted because I was like, that Suka was so close to getting, like, so many units dead, but it missed the wall by this much. And it landed on the wrong side of the wall. But, boy oh boy, if you want blobs, here's 7 German infantry units charging forth. And the British, they do have a Cromwell. They have some infantry, but not against that. That's horrifying. British pulling on back. They need artillery to come in. He's not... Oh, he already called it in, so he can't. Again, he gets picked off before he can retreat. Shrek teams from the Panzer Fusiliers and Sturm kill the Cromwell. Conscripts, though, coming on in. Air support coming on in. Ripping through a lot of the infantry with air support hitting the P-47. Sorry, hitting the Panzer IV. AT grenade is not an option because he doesn't have that upgrade. Should get that upgrade, honestly. Does instead pick up units, even though the units are weaker. It's fine. It's fine. At least he got the unit. Big old push, though, on the left because he's not guarding his flank. He went out mid. I do like how the Germans finally, like, wait a second. If the Allies keep helping the guy to their right and, you know, making them survive. Good grenade, by the way. That means the guy on the left has no support on his side. So let's go kill him. Pershing desperately needs some repairs. Like, Mike, why is he fighting on the front? Like, Pershing's great against infantry, don't get me wrong. But if that Tiger, Panther, or anyone else decides, let's charge, it could be very bad news for him very quickly. Alright, we'll try to get some repairs. Again. But, somehow that MG's still alive. Smoke came down, I'm guessing for recon purposes. Oh, Panther fighting 2 Panzer IVs. And AT wait, no, it's fire. I thought it was like, oh, cool, Allies helping with AT Overwatch. Nope, fire, which does zilch to really helping you win against Panthers. What does help? Cromwell, Penals, Piats. Some good old RNG luck to pen. That's what helps. So, at the very least, it looks like Jamie is about to lose everything on his side. Panzer IV might escape, but mortars will be effectively pushed back. Come on, kill him. No, I guess he's like, I need to help, you know, my actual army in mid. Tio has a terrible micro. I agree. Not amazing in the slightest. Again, just McBono is getting payback for all the losses he took earlier. Cromwell tried to go for the run. Like, he's trying to run him over, which he didn't do it, and now he's retreating. Very lucky he didn't get AT grenaded. He very easily could have lost that unit, thanks to the Jagdpanzer just would have wore him down. In mid, we have a Tiger, now versing a healed Pershing. Tiger needs some air support, like now. Instead, we have AT Overwatch in effect, so all this is going to die, and since they're all grouped up on top of each other, the AT artillery is going to hurt the base infantry. Can we get a 3-for-1? Panther, come on. Kill it. Kill it. Yes, good. Kill the Tiger. Excellent. Kill the Panzer. Do it. Do it now. Wonderful. Wonderful AT Overwatch by Chen. Look, and Chen still has a decent sized army. Mechs, not so much. But great job with the AT Overwatch. That's 3 German armored units down for the count, effectively neutralizing Axis, armor in the region. Warfers are gonna need to do double duty, which, by the way, they already have 50 kills, so excellent job there, at just killing the infantry and making sure the infantry don't cap this point, because if the Germans lose the left VP and mid VP, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really fucking bad, because they'll lose this game very quickly. Werfer Fire and Stuka Fire try to help their allies out. Kill the MG. And Werfer comes down on the armor. A little bit of damage on the Su-85, but not really much. Again, just allies retaking this area. I agree. Taking out the Werfers would be a good idea. Sherman could do that for a dive or a T-34 or something, Cromwell. But they're kind of busy. New Panther by Jamie is effectively pushing back a lot of Jair's men with mortar fire as well, helping push back the infantry. But AT gun Penals and 2 T-34 should hold back the Panther. 'Cause, again, that's a lot of AT fire that could hit it. Now, you may say, well, Greyshot Panther could be a T-34, but if he moved up everything else, it could easily push that thing back. I have no idea why he's only moving in with 1 T-34 when his army is right here. He could push up. Jair, come on. You can do better than this. You can do better. What just happened? There's an MG by Jair over here. I'm not sure why. Fung probably lost some more men. Again, the artillery field officer just did a coordinate barrage, so he probably wasn't expecting all the artillery to just hit this region. So that's how Fung lost. Good job on Ryder for at least coordinating. Again, the assault, the artillery field officer, which you can get through assault support, really good, especially if you have like 2 or more Werfers. Because again, just all the artillery fire just keeps hitting the region. It's great. Now we have the blob of blobs, which is weird the allies aren't getting like a Katusha or something to counter that. Let's see. I mean, it's not like you really can. Fire is probably your best bet. It looks like fire and British artillery is coming in this region, I would assume, right? Oh, no, it's strafing support. Fire sort of pushes back some troops, divides them. Air support will hit a big old blob and suppress them. Suka comes on in, hitting the infantry section, and kills the half track and some more men on the back. Great shots with the rockets, hitting infantry and armor alike. Air support does shoot it down, but still, at least it's forcing the blob back. And because Big Bon knows that guy that is like, well, when some of my troops are hit, have to retreat all of them instead of just microing them individually. Well, you know, it helps. Demos being placed, which may retroactively help kill this unit. Please let kill this unit. Please. Demo is placed. Engineers retreat. I love the Axis saying GG, but it's not the Axis that just helped, you know, keep this game longer. The Allies managed to kill themselves, keeping the Axis possibly in this game if they can grab that VP back. On the right, Assault Grenadiers are trying to push on up. They don't have smoke. Oh, wait. They could. The Allies don't deserve a win. We'll see. Scout car. I have no idea how the scout car's been alive this whole time, but okay, cool. I guess he's just using it to scout. Riflemen try and take the position. All they need to do is hold. If they hold, that would be impactful. Grenade. He's all grouped up. Grenade. Grenade. Or 120s. That's fine too. Actually, he does push back the assault officer, so that's good. Middle gets taken out by the big old blob. The Shrek team of Shrek teams is taking out the T-34, pushing back both Cromwells. Again, not much stopping the Brits from falling apart in mid. MG pushing on up. Again, if the lieutenant can drop smoke, they'll be fine. No, I guess not. Werfer's coming in anyway, so that would have probably stopped it. Hits both units. Actually, the Assault Grenadiers take the position on the right. Alright, Smoke has dropped T-34, moving on in to just run him over. Werfer gets a great hit on the S-285 and kills 2 units. So that's good. I think it was 2 units right there. So Germans somehow, with 3 points remaining, keep this game alive and going. Sure. Sure. Pershing is now opening fire on the Grenadiers. Panther's coming up though. What was that? So there's like smoke in the air. Did the smoke come down and hit? I have no idea why. Okay. Anyway. Germans have the left. They may not have the right for too long. British forces taking that back. Although the mortars are still alive and now they have more Werfers. Oh, please, Katusha, hit the Werfers. Mortars are dead, but the Werfers, come on. Yes, okay, one more rocket. Alright, come on. Damn it. They are worn down, but not dead. IS-2's on the field. Come on, Jared, you need to be more aggressive. You got this. Big old blobs coming on through. Infantry section. Alright, the IS-2, come on. There's a big blob of men, IS-2. Show them what you can do. Show them the power of your big gun. Come on, IS-2. Come on, IS-2. Your buddy's dying, IS-2. Chair, control your IS-2. There we go. Grouped up. Air support's coming on in. Do that. Move up. Move. There. Look, 4 models dead. 1 shot. Come on. Holy shit. Come on. Oh, he's running through the fire. That's going to be big. There we go. Another unit dead. What is that Pokemon? There's a lot of Pokemon. Nice hit right there. Good kill. You have like the, oh god, it's that sloth Pokemon that's like high attack power and like Snorlax. Just sits there, it's sleeping, not doing much. Then you anger it and finally starts killing. You're hitting the MG, probably should hit the Werfers, honestly. Unless the Strafe? No, Strafe's not killing it. Whatever, at least you pissed off the IS-2, so now it's actually killing shit. Stuka firing off in the distance. Misses the infantry section. On the far left, we have AT Overwatch, right? Yeah, it's still in effect, but the Germans smartly move outside its range, and the Panther survives. Lots of Werfers firing. This infantry section, yeah, the Rifleman's dead. Rifleman get obliterated. He's scared of losing the... Why is he scared? I mean, like, against the Blob? Like, have it at least commit. He didn't really care about this T-34. Anyway, the Allies just need to decap mid and they'll be fine. Instead, they fight here. Again, grenade options would be great, so you can throw grenades on that. White phosphorus, normal grenade, all sorts of good stuff. Instead, no. He's just going to be picked apart and die. Brought upgrades. Come on. Get upgrades. Also, caches. Like, cache here. Cache here. That would be amazing. But also the Germans have only built 2 caches. Even though they probably build like 1 or 2 more. Just saying. Grenades. Oh, look. Grenade. Actually brings down half health. Good retreat from the grenade. Blob's coming in mid. Not much stopping them, honestly. Dushka's lighting up the enemy. Doing okay. Okay. Not too shabby. Come on, Katusha. Oh my god. Yes! There we go. Got a few more models. Not that much, but hey, at least it's something. Good job, Soviet. You're finally realizing the Katusha can be a good anti-blob weapon. Unfortunately, grenades can also be a good anti-infantry weapon, and by god, they just murdered all of the major. They're about to kill some more infantry. Yeah, Fung's been effectively pushed off the front. It is weird to me he didn't be like, all the units over here are dying. Probably should, you know, pull back everything. Is the scout car still alive? The scout car is still alive. How are you alive right now? Whatever. Artillery just blasting the allies to pieces. Chen has 1,100 manpower, but he's not deploying much, even though he could deploy a huge armored force. So that's weird. Pershing's Vet 3. I'll give credit where credit's due on that one that survived this long. Unlike, you know, the rest of the army. So let's see. Also, my god, you have 3 Panzerfusiliers with Trex. Big Bono's like, guys, I've heard mass infantry is a great idea from the Soviets. So I've managed to collect enough Germans to do that same tactic to them. It's working. And again, the higher veterancy they get, the better off they are. Anyway, we got Jamie returning. Again, Jer, maybe like be a little aggressive. It's not like he has much AT. He has a pack gun and that. You easily could take it out with your Katusha or satchels. Going through here. Flanking. Just saying. Like, flanking maneuver. Am I the only one who has ever thought of flanking maneuver? Come on. No. Everyone's thought of flanking maneuver. Anyway. We have lots of, let's see, Tiger, a Panther, Werfers, double Panther as well. Smoke. Use smoke. Fung, you have 2 abilities. Use smoke and 600 munitions. Use, there we go. Holy shit. Soviets like, don't worry, I got you with the smoke. Since you can't deploy it to save your goddamn life. Air support stopping the infantry in mid from being captured. Good job by Ryder. Big old blob pulling back. Get MG being worn down, but the blob should have been the main priority of that Katusha. Now, yeah. Oh, good use of smoke by McBono. I'll say that. Stops Afjack from causing expression. Now direct fire. Direct fire with it, and you got my... Come on. Artillery's coming in mid. Come on, just fire. Alright, you did direct fire, but that's fine. Just shoot it. What are you doing? You're like bouncing your heads off it. Alright. You missed. How the fuck? You just Werfered yourself! Oh my god! Werfers. Oh my god. Great job, Jamie. You just Werfered your own infantry and stopped the British from dying. Just, what the fuck? That's so dumb. Anyway, Pershing now have to hold against all that armor. It's not gonna live. No way. Need more more AT is needed. Shen is mass deploying additional men, but burned through all of his supplies and not much to really show for it. Yeah, the left side is faltering. Middle is about to falter with the Panther diving a Katusha, which was just deployed. Now the ambulance is probably going to die. S-25 under fire. Ambulance going to live? Nope. Tiger coming over. Engineers dying, so no capture. Yeah. Not looking great. Pershing is gone. A lot of shit is gone. AT grenade. Come on. Fong used that at least. AT grenade. There we go. Even upgrade the lieutenant with bazooka, so not sure what it's doing. Oh, here come the T-34s. Savior we apparently needed. Tiger rear armor is facing the the allied armor, so it takes more damage. If I'm the allies right now, and I don't see a golden opportunity for a counterattack, don't you freaking dare. Braun, don't you dare. Come on. Come on. Come on. Everyone. Assault Grenadier's dead. Jamie decided to charge. Lost everything. IS-2 going after the blob. Like, wears down half of it. American infantry is well focusing. Air support comes on in. Rockets coming on in. Fire on the retreat. They're all burning to death. That's 4 Germans dead. The artillery just blasted a lot. To capture it with the T-34! Capture it with the T-34! I mean, or go for the armor, that's fine. But there's still a blob right there. IS-2 is just leading the pack. Run him over! Do something! Protect the IS-2! Or a high explosive round, that's fine. S-25's not gonna do shit. T-34 getting some good hits, but it needs way better hits. I don't know how you fucked that up, Chair, but you went way too aggressive on this one. Way too aggressive. And you didn't even capture the point. Commandant, thank for the follow. That's so dumb. And now the Panthers are counterattacking. Allies could have absolutely had this in the bag if they just captured mid with the T-34. They could have won the game. Luckily, Jared does have a lot of population to deploy more armor, but still, allies are pretty much... I don't see the allies winning this. I'm just going to fast forward now. I'm now at the point where if the Axis loses, it's their fault completely. Allies, they're not going to win this. Like, come on. That is a prime example of why. Why would you have the Katusha be charging when you know there's fighting going on around the corner? I will say, Chen is stealing a Tiger tank. Oh my god, they have a Tiger. Yeah, Ryder, they do have a Tiger. You're a Tiger. But, again, I just don't see the... I just don't see this counterattack being really all that effective. I love how we were saying, like, Jerry, you need to be more assertive. All right, I'll be more assertive. Yeah. And he starts just beating people up. It's like, great. And then he keeps doing it. It's like, no, Jerry, you have to stop. You need to, don't forget, Jerry, about the point. We're going to win this. No. Oh, well. Tiger Tank healing at the very least. But again, there's so many force on right. It's just, Jerry's not going to take it. Good attempt, but even with the Tiger, I just don't see it. There's way too many Panthers and Shrek teams. Fung left the game. Makes sense. Not really much of an army left.
Consolidate our forces. We're left with 50 points.
Again, too many Panthers. There's 5 Panthers. 1 Tiger's not going to really make a difference. Jackson charges. Melee dies. Wow, that vehicle crew is actually pretty... Well, it survived longer than I expected. Massive Panther charge, and yeah, not much to show for it. So, oh well. Anyway, that is game. How do replay submissions work? Can anyone submit their replays for you to review? Yes, Scotty, anyone can submit a replay. 100%. Alright, let's see how this game went. There was some decent plays. It's not a regret, because again, at least like, I could definitely see someone being like, I'm just gonna push, and it just doesn't go well. Again, top damage goes to McBono, and top kills goes to Ryder. On the allied side, we had top damage. Again, very close again. Jared getting top damage and top kills. We look overall, and yeah, Pershing, pretty decent. Then, again, more AT support was needed. S285 did some damage. Again, the awesome AT Overwatch. That was really where the best thing was. Cromwell's were okay. They had some hits, but again, I feel like preservation would need to be way better for Bront. Though I do commend Bront for helping Jer out a few times. And then T-34s did okay. But again, I think the charge was low extreme. And although you probably could have been aggressive in other aspects of the game, just that final push was way too much. Tiger Tank, again, some decent damage. But again, having it stolen... Not the best. Werfer's 114 kills on point. And thank you, Ryder, for submitting this replay. Mechs. Mechs, again, some decent damage with the Panthers. Again, good charging. McBono, good blob. I can't believe it actually survived. But, yeah, to be fair, the Werfer mess up and stuff like that was quite funny. But, no, overall, the blob was effective. Jamie, not so much. Jamie lost quite a bit. Your Werfers were okay, but again, just kind of fell apart a lot of times, so can't say too much. But overall, an okay game, not an amazing game, just okay. But that's fine. Sometimes you get great, sometimes you get terrible, but sometimes you just get okay, and that's okay. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's been Greyshot. I'll see you guys next time. Hello guys, before you go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Folkvard, Aphyria, Ace, Pyroshark, Tony B, Epic Pleb, ShinobiWarrior, and Sir Marvell. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping this channel grow. This has been Greyshot and his amazing patrons, and I'll see all of you next time.